Today, it feels like it's been 2 weeks, but I think it's only been 2 weeks. Feels like it's been more than 2 weeks. Um, we are getting back into the collection again with the greatest of ease. And my beginning, lame pun themed themes. What am I talking? I don't even know. Again, so as this thing continues to devolve, I've got a fun letter this week though. Let's start with Bowie, because it's not an E. The Cramps demos. This is off the, what is it called? Das Boot label, which was fun. There's a lot of fun things. The final Winter's Glow. I think I covered this last week. It was this sort of like new age music with nature and stuff. I had one more to listen to, technically under D's. This, I think it's the guy's Davis or something. And Dead Boys 75 demo, Die Kreuz, and 82 demo, Bob Dylan's Time Out of Mind. I just listened to this tonight, the promo version, or advanced cassette version. Earth Opera, that could be in better shape, but it played fine. Some Edelman soundtracks. Eggs is a teen beat thing. Okay, some other things. Oh, here we go. The first big little section here. Neubauten. Now, most of my Neubauten comes from a friend. I think I mentioned this, from Germany. Their dad took them to Neubauten shows when they were in 6th grade. But, I still kind of collect more and more anyway, beyond what they were given me. Most of those were live shows. Here is a copy. I got another copy of this, but it's, how do you even pronounce it? Oh, architecture. Right. Is that what that is? What is it? I think I've got one of these. That Not Just Dead give me, and it's like a different version of this, but it seems like legitimate. There's the first one. I just listened to that in order to do this. Another Hans der Luge. And I read that. I had listened to it long ago, but I hadn't read the liner notes. Interim is a new one. It wasn't very good. It was pretty awkward. 96, in my opinion. I think Blix has started eating. Let's see. Oh, some 2005 ones. Those were kind of interesting, though, I guess. This one's the first show, I believe. Here's a band that I like, the Electric Prunes. They're like a hippie band, and I like hippie bands a lot. Underground, that's like, what were they doing with Underground? They were kind of like a new band, I think, at that point, or maybe not quite yet, but Electric Prunes in name only. The famous song Had Too Much to Dream, which you might not know. But really, and the Mass and F is the more pretentious, although I liked it. But then this one's really good. The Oath of Coal something. Also 67, but it's like one of those great psychedelic albums where the experiments work in that one. Just good old rock and roll is pretty much what it says, I think. Let's see. The Elias soundtrack, Children of the Corn, was okay. The Embassy Tapes, that's by, I feel like that's kind of the brainwork of that soft focus guy. Who's also, speaking of pretentious, let's see, but it's got some, okay things on it. Let's see. Some Bratmobile. Nation of Ulysses, that's his band. Yeah, he dresses up in a suit and tie and whatever. Alright. Thinks he's very meaningful in everything he says. Anyway, Jack and Dino. Oh, an Enigma, modern Enigma album, at least somewhat modern. When is it from? 2003, I think? Maybe 2006? Let me take a look. I just listened to it. 06. So, where did that be from? That it would be on tape. It's from Indonesia or Malaysia or something. They were still making tapes into the late thousands. Here we go on Brian Eno. These are, I think I said this about Bowie last time, that I had a whole bunch of great Bowie that I had, I had all the stock, standards or whatever, but I had all these new Bowies. The same is true of Brian Eno, where I like a lot of stock stuff. I did have the box set 1989, which was quite good. But these ones, like we've got an original Island, Here Come the Warm Jets, what do you call it? Sorry, what is this label? Antilles, right? Antilles is kind of an American. I don't know if it's affiliated with Island, but it also is pink. But Antilles, these are in wonderful shape too. Island, Another Green World, 2 different versions of that. Music for Films, an old EG. Music for Airports, an old Polydor. Eno Mobius, After the Heat, and Rodelius. I think that's 84. Cholesterol Land. Okay. And here is one of my prized possessions. Managed to score this for $60 from somebody who I don't think he knew what he quite had. My Squelchy Life, the album that he came out with and then decided, nah, I don't want to release it. So it only made it to this stage. But, and I don't know that it's his greatest album, but it's quite a rare one. Look at that. I was very happy to get that. So the Chateau Assembly, by the way, I think most of these are promo versions. Spinner, the promo version. Spinner, the not promo version. And of course, everybody who hasn't heard this should hear it. It is the Music for Airports done by Banging on the Can. And I mean, I don't know. I would almost say even if you don't like this kind of ambient music, you might hear it. You want to hear it. But I mean, who doesn't like ambient music, really? So it's a baller. I don't know it's a good album. I'm going to run out of hyperbolic things to say about albums here. And I am a little tired today, so sorry again if my video isn't the greatest, but it has the greatest tapes, I must say. By the way, I just got a new Aphex Twin tape came out like just 2 days ago, and I snagged one. That will go with my other Aphex Twins. Now, most of the Aphex Twins I got are in picture format because they were collected up until 2019. Most of the great ones, but that's going to be a nice addition to it. It was $170, which seems like a lot, but it will be $300 in a couple of years because you just won't be able to find it. Anya, this is a 2005 album from Anya. One time I was in a record store and I bought a Circle Jerks and an Anya, and I think it was like whatever, the one with Orinoco Flow, and the guy was like, it's like, I don't see a lot of people buying. This was when I was like 16, and he was like, not that there's anything wrong with it, but I don't see people buying those two things together. I didn't understand why at the time. So what else? Not much. Okay, look, this here, Everything is Terrible, is this website that me and my friend were addicted to. We watch like every clip on there. It's just internet fails, basically. It falls neatly in line with some of the stuff like Backstroke of the West, my old movie, and things like that. I'm glad that they started making tapes. I have 2 more of them that I've got in my old section. So I've got 5 total. More Than Words by Extreme. And whatever. Nice song, I guess. Extremism is the first Teen Beat. Now this is an original one here. You can tell because it's the guy who makes these, and then he decided to kind of make a modern version like last year. One's a little bit more rare than the other one. This one you can get for $10 off his website, but then this one's from '85. It's got I don't know, they're pretty wild. I like Unrest. And then Eyes Wide Shut, the Kubrick movie on cassette. That was kind of a somewhat rare one too. I got a couple of years ago. And anyway, that's all. That's E's, and that's next week is F's. And yeah, nice hanging out.